Welcome to MLM's Warriors Chess Tips for Beginners. Come on, screen. It's just not cooperating very good. There we go. Okay, whoa. There, okay. You have your chessboard. How all chessboards have black and white squares. Right hand corner is the white square. Not the right hand corner, this one. That's the right hand corner is the white square. These pieces are called pawns. The pawns go all along. The second rank. So that's how pawns go. There's 8 of them. I am missing a pawn. Really? Oh no, here's a pawn. Okay. I was like, I missed a pawn. Okay. The next that you have, 2 white, 2 black rooks. See this. Rooks. I don't know why this is saying that the orientation. Yes, I got the orientation just right. So it's like, I don't know why it's saying that, but okay. Yes, we have rooks. People call them castles. They're called rooks. The horse things are not horsies. They're called knights. And they go right there. Next thing you have is the bishops. There's white and black ones. And you'll notice there's a white and a black. White and black. The next you'll have queens. Queen goes on her own color. And you have the kings. That's how you set up a chessboard. It is good technique to control the center. On the first move of a pawn, you can move him out twice if you want. So that pawns can be moved 1 or 2 spaces on their first move. Only on the first move can they move the 2 spaces. After that, they move 1 and they move along the file. This is file. This is rank. File has the letters. Ranks has the numbers. Not all chessboards have letters and numbers. That's if you want to take chess notation. That'll be advanced lesson. So you can go there or you can go there. He goes. I go. You can go up if he wants, So that's how. And then the pawns just keep moving forward. If there's something in front, that pawn cannot advance. He has to stop until that piece is removed and that square is vacant, or if he takes. And how a pawn takes is by the diagonal. Pawns take on the diagonal. So yeah, he can either take here, or he can take here. He cannot take there. He cannot move. Another thing about pawns is if pawns are like this is called isolated pawns. Double-filed pawns. isolated pawns. That's so if this guy moved here, this guy moved here, this one moved here. If he took isolated pawn. Another interesting thing about pawns is I move forward, he moves, and I move here. Let's say this guy, he wants to go here. On my very next move, okay, back to our lesson. He's here. He moves up. My very next move, I can do an passant and remove his pawn. En passant means as passing. It's French. So he cannot just... We got to have a pawn attack.
Go. Want me to play a game?
Well, yeah. I was telling him how to set up the chessboard. I was teaching him about the pawns. I was also teaching him about the en passant rule, and that can go on either side, but it's got to be pawn up twice, and he goes over and remove. So that's the pawn en passant. So, and pawns can put things in check. He's in check, so the king would have to move, or he can take. And once the pawn has marched all the way down, he can then become a new piece, a different piece. A queen, a rook, a bishop, a knight. You can't have two kings. You can only have queen, bishop, knight, or rook. And that piece becomes that piece. That pawn will turn into that piece. How rooks move. File and ranks. Straight lines. Once they meet a piece, they cannot go over. They can just go straight lines. And how they take is they just take that.
Are you ready?
I'm demonstrating how the pieces move. You want to demonstrate how the knight moves?
We can demonstrate by hand a game.
No. Well, I want. So knights move 2 up and 1 over, or 1 over and 2 up. However you want. It's an L shaped. So 2, 1, or 1, 2. However you want to do it. And they dance all around the board. So yeah. If he's on a black square, he will land on a white square. If he's on a white square, he will land on the black square. And you gotta watch out for knights forking things, like coming on to this side, he's checking the king, and he's also attacking the rook. So, gotta watch out for those. Bishops. Bishops move diagonally along their color. So if he's a black bishop, he will always stay black. And what I mean by black is the color that square he's on.
Which is green on this.
This is green, but yes. So, and they can move, diagonally up into the piece. So, how queen moves. Queen can move
Everywhere.
anywhere along the straight line, file, or ranks, or by diagonals. So if she's on the green, if she's on the white, she'll stay on the white. If she's on the black, she'll stay on the black. If she moves her here, then she can get on the white, And the king can just move 1 square at a time, but he cannot advance forward. See, so he cannot move here because the pawns, that'd be check. A king cannot move in in check.
Alright, you ready?
And the
We
castle.
can just show that during the game because we're going to castle during the game.
Okay, well, I'm going to demonstrate it. Anyways, castling. It's a king move, king over twice, and the rook on the other side.
This is long castle.
That's long castle queen side, and that's king side. There's nothing between, and the king cannot
But if this
castle out, through, or into check.
And if the king moves or the rook moves, then you can't castle.
Right. The king or rook cannot. That's their very first move, their initial moves. If they've been moved, then that's out of play. If by chance we're in a, I move here, here, here,
That's
here,
draw.
here, here, 3 moves, the exact same move. Right impasse, that's a draw. Another thing I learned is if he wipes out all my pieces and all I have is a king left,
Yeah.
he's got 70 moves, 50 or 70
No,
moves,
50 moves.
50 moves to get me in checkmate.
Actually, here's how that works. So, 1, 2, like, pretend this is 49. 0. If he moves a pawn or promotes or takes a piece.
And no, if I only have a king left.
No, Dad. If they move a pawn, that resets it to 0. Or if they take a piece, then that resets it. Yes,
okay,
it does.
if I don't have any pieces but the king.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they move a piece, if they move a pawn, that resets to 0.
No, I mean, you have 50 moves to get me in checkmate.
Alexa, how many? Okay, well, no, that is a rule. That.
If I only king, I will show you later.
No, I know what you're saying. You're just wrong on the statement. All right.
So I will start out with the queen's opening. And first thing I want to do is make sure when I put pieces out there that all pieces are protected. I'm not dangling a pawn out here that's dangling a pawn out here that's unprotected. I'm going to make sure that this is basic stuff. I noticed that he is attacking my pawn here. As long as my pawn is protected as many times he's attacking, then we are good. Don't know that. Didn't know that. Didn't know what. If you want me to explain something over, let me know. So, okay. My move, I'm going to move here. And then I castle king side. And in some tournaments, it is a touch move situation. If you touch the piece, you are required to move it. If you need to touch a piece without moving it, you say adjust, and then you adjust it. That's the proper technique. So you gotta say adjust, adjust, adjust.
In professional tournaments?
Yeah, in tournament play, yes.
In professional, correct?
I did not play as a professional. I played as an amateur in tournaments.
Because I'm 95% sure that in professional.
I
could be wrong.
Yeah, it was in the tournaments I played in back in when I was in middle school. Was if you touched a piece, you moved it. So if I accidentally moved the king, I had to move it.
Yeah, no. No, I'm talking about the adjust rule.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
And yeah, it's like if you wanted, so yeah, if the piece was up, I say adjust, and then you adjust it to where you need it to. Whose move?
Yours.
My move.
Actually, yeah. I think so.
So, oh, we have a comment here. The 50 more thing. Okay.
50
That's
moves.
if you're only down to one side is just down to a king only, then and the other side has a king and a rook, then he's got to checkmate me in 50.
Yeah, in 50 moves.
This is just basic chess, not, getting on to a bunch of gambits and such.
Right. We could teach some gambits.
Yes.
Do you want to?
Have you moved?
Yeah, I moved. I castled.
I moved.
Your rook.
Okay, so
Why are you moving back? For castling?
I just did. Some people say that you should only move your piece in openings one time. So, but I just want to make sure I have my pawn protected. He's got his pawn protected.
You do have your pawn protected, I believe.
With that one.
With that one.
I'm done with that one. So if I move him up, he's got to be.
Why do you want all your pieces protected?
I'm not answering a phone call during my video.
What did you move?
I moved the knight.
Okay.
Okay, I look at this. I see he's got his rook there. He's protected. So if I take with my knight.
Some reason a lot of people fall for that, whatever.
Yes.
But because they just don't look across the entire board.
My point system is a pawn is worth 1 point.
Yeah, it's chess.com system.
Bishops and knights are worth
knights 3. And then right? Am I correct? Sorry.
Bishops and knights are 3s. Rooks are 5. What's the queen?
9.
9? Okay.
King's infinite.
Yes. So 2 rooks equal 1 queen. So
pretty much.
That's what
I'd still say I'd rather have a queen than 2 rooks.
Right.
Just because I'd rather go diagonal because you can check.
Right.
You can hang stuff or
yes.
You can whatever it's called here,
fork and
fork.
Yes.
Is it your move?
Yes, I will move the pawn up. But this video is basically for my Aussie friends that's learning how to play chess. So hopefully we give them basic information on how I talking about the chessboard right hand corner is white.
Most people don't like that move, but I personally like it.
Yeah, it gives your king some breathing, so you don't want to get a back row mate.
Exactly.
So back row mate is there's nothing here. Your king's trapped behind 3 pawns. Rook or queen comes down, checkmate. So you want to get some breathing room.
That's what I personally like to do.
Your move.
I moved. Wait, what did you move then?
I did the same as you did. So that's the basic rule, basic form there. Yes, I just learned about the 50 king only rule today in a chess match, and also I looked it up online and such. Google.
What?
See, his bishop could not advance because the pawn is.
I usually
blocking.
put my bishops there. I usually have both my bishops right here. I just like it like that. Most people don't like that. which I can see why, but then everything is just protected back here, and then it can still do stuff. It's protecting my rook, it's protecting my queen technically, and my queen's protecting it.
Okay. As you see, I am attacking his knight.
And I'll completely ignore it.
I take, he takes. Pretty fair exchange. A knight for a bishop, same point value.
Would you like to do a chess match online and do a video on it?
If you want to do some chess matches online, you can look for MLM Warrior on chess.com.
No, I mean like a live stream where you and I against.
Yes, we
online.
can do that later. Today I'm just showing them just some things.
I can't really play on the board very well, so I'm really good on online though.
Also, if there's someone else that was here, it would be, so if I was a third person, it would be very bad for me to give comment, hey, you need to do this, that, and the
Yeah.
other. That's called kibitz. No kibitz is allowed. No kibitzing. So yes, if someone tries to say, hey, move the queen over, move the rook over, move this, move that, that's called kibitz.
I feel like that's good enough.
I take, he takes.
The thing is, I feel like that's good for me because then I get progression. Would you agree?
What?
I get progression then?
Yes.
Because my thing is up. Yep.
He progressed
I think.
up
That one
up a
is
rank.
not entirely a great trade for me though. I moved, by the way.
Yes.
Can I hop on? I don't think so.
Yes, you can. I just moved that there, and he can en passant, which he did. And as you do that, you say en passant to let the proper technique. This pawn here is attacked by a bishop and a rook, but it's protected by a rook. So unlikely that he would attack this and take for just a pawn exchange. So I feel confident that he will not take my pawn.
Because you have a bishop protecting as well. So you have two protections.
Oh, yes, I have, yes.
You forgot to mention that, I believe.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, also if you're wondering why I'm not en here, it's because I took, so that means I cannot en because
I did not
the
move my pawn.
engagement was
Yeah,
not there.
yeah.
So this was here, I took, he cannot take back, and I cannot take back.
Yeah, en passant is only when the initial move of one side progressing to the same rank as another pawn. So yeah, my pawns are initial and goes up. And he does have a rook underneath his hand over there. So. Oh, no, he does. Okay, I forgot you castled. Okay, he just moved up and he's attacking my pawn.
But it also has a defense.
And I'm like, risky, so I'm like, let's go for it. I'm attacking his queen, he's attacking my queen.
You definitely, I'm not trying to be like...
He took my pawn.
I feel like... Oh wait, never mind. You do not have a better move. Alright.
So exchange.
I wanted to see which. Oh, wait, hold on. I just want to see which one I'd rather.
He's trying to figure out which rook wants to take my queen.
I feel like this is better, and I'm not going to say the reasonings because then you can counter it. But yeah, I have reasons.
He's got his reasons.
Yep.
We thank you for the 4 people that tuning into this chess match here. So yes, and we have 2 people now. 2 dropped off. Kind of like a take thing, you know. And usually chess is played in a quiet setting.
Very quiet, right? Ah!
And everybody left.
See, they like the quietness, right?
Yes.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Did you move?
Yeah, I did. Okay. Then I just want a pawn, correct?
Yes.
I feel like that was worth it. Would you agree?
We shall see.
Protects the pawn, takes pawn. Oh, okay. Apparently it doesn't, but pretty happy with this position. It's pawn endgame, but I am up a pawn. So theoretically, this is more looking like a win for me instead of him. I prevent, we'll go here. He attacks, I defend with my rook. I attack his rook. I promote, or I advance. He goes there. I'll go here. I built a wall so that his king cannot come and attack me. But he can do that. I'll put him in check, probably. Yeah, I'll put him in check. What, I feel like that was the best move. Would you agree?
That's very good. Yes.
Because, yeah. I'll attack your rook. I'm in a fairly good position here, I feel like. Pretty happy. I will protect the pawn that he is attacking. Put him in check. He takes. Yep. This is just a trade. Yep. Check.
He was up pawns, and now it's down to an even.
Almost.
It is even. You got 2. Oh,
I have 2 pawns.
Oh,
You have one pawn.
you're still up. You're still up a pawn.
Exactly. It's
You're still-
almost even. It's not quite even. Office on the queen.
And oh, hi, welcome back to the live stream.
See, this is where I would like a queen instead of a rook.
Yes.
This is how queens are so much better. because I'm protecting both pawns
Yes.
at the same time.
Hi, welcome to the live stream. First time here, I will make you a moderator so we can do this. Yes. Add as moderator. Standard moderator. Yes.
This might be the best. I feel like. And this is most likely going to end up in a draw. And I will trade. And so, yes, you're here. So yeah, you just win that. So yeah.
Oh no, I'll go here.
Why?
I can get the queen. I can get the queen now.
You already could have, but yeah.
And queen.
But yeah, I'm running away so that hopefully...
And now this is how you checkmate with the king and queen.
See, now it's making it harder for him to checkmate me. It's making it easier for him to stalemate, though.
If you know what you're doing, it's not too hard.
I know how to make it challenging, though.
Good. Check.
Oh, yeah.
Can't move there.
See, you were close to stalemating. See, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, if you would have moved there, I would have stalemated. Like I said, I can make it challenging. And that was super close. I almost had you, didn't I?
Check.
It's been 14 moves, I believe,
Okay.
by the way. Or 15 now.
And the mate.
Yep. Or you could have done that, but yeah.
Yes. Very good. So yes, that's how I can do a force. So that's why I'm very good with the queen and king.
Yeah. I need
So,
to use the bathroom. That's part
yes.
of it.
With the
I'm also, sorry.
yes, also with king and rook. We will do this demonstration when he gets back. But yes, it can be done similar to that. So those are whoa. My new tripod's not cooperating very well here. So yes. But that's how we can do the chess basics tips. I hope my Australian friends like that. Hope you like the demonstration. Thank you for the one like. If you have a question or comment, please leave it down below. I'm open to those. This video is not over, so please don't leave. Oh, we're down to one person. Do you have any questions about what you've seen with the demonstration of the chess? Is there any chess moves you'd like to see? So yes. Yes, so yeah, he's down to the king only. That'd be 50 moves. And yes, on chess.com, you can play as a guest, or you can sign up with a email address, create a user ID, and with a password, and log on and play games against people around the world. Or you can play bots and also learn how to play chess by going to chess.com. Playing the bot, and it'll teach you what's good moves.
Yeah, I haven't played chess for like 2 days. I played one match today.
Yes. So we did have 5 people, and now
In the meantime, I was playing poker.
Okay. Now we're down to 1. We down to none.
They didn't like.
Well, we have one person. Yes.
So how we were gambling? We were gambling with push-ups.
So welcome to the chess game here. So now we're going to demonstrate a checkmate with a rook and a king.
With a rook and a king. Do they want to see Ruger?
No, we got 3 people. Rook.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
My new tripod is not very good. So yes. Okay. Yes. All right. So here's how king and the rook. So first thing I want to do is establish a dominance of a quadrant. Get him into a quadrant. So as long as he's up there, that will be the quadrant that he's going to die in. He's not going to go here. If I give him here, he comes out and he gets to pick the quadrant. So he picked the quadrant, and that's the one he will be forced into. I will never take the rook and put it right there, because if I put it right in front, he can then get reset. So I never do that. He moves there, I move here. I'm making the box.
It's super hard to stalemate with rook and king, right? It's way harder.
I've had people do it to me.
How do you manage to stalemate with a rook and...
I don't know.
And that was your 50th move.
And that's how it's done with the king and rook. And sometimes, if you need to, he's there, and he doesn't, he's like moved here. Let's see. He's moved here, and I move, and you want to go there, and it's my move. What do? I bring this rook all the way back. He can't. He's going to have to go in the corner, and then the checkmate. Or you can also get him, just get the kings anywhere and checkmate. So you don't have to get him necessarily in a corner. It can be anywhere along the edge of the board. So that's checkmating with the king.
Do an end game? Like
sure. Well, no, let's just play another game. You be white, and I'll be black.
Alright.
King on its own color, queen on her own color. I mean, king on the opposite color, queen on their own. Pawns go up first. Set the pawns. Pawns, pawns, pawns. Then goes the rooks. The knights, or as some people say, horsies. The bishops. Queen on her own color. He moves, I move. You didn't set your board up correctly?
Look, I almost popped out. What'd you move?
I moved my knights out. Adjust.
Adjust what, my knight?
Yes. King over and a rook on the other side. Gives the king an extra breathing room, but he's protected by the wall of the pawns. I tell you what, I'm going back move. You're going to get me into a back row mate.
Okay.
No. Just you're still moving. You're still moving.
Okay.
Just move forward.
Well, that was my move for that. So, I think.
We'll get you to where I'm going to make some moves here, and you're just going to take stuff, and we will get to where a back row mate happens.
You got your rook, by the way.
I will get there. So yes, we'll get there.
It would have been better for you to take my knight. Don't move your bishop.
I go here,
Okay.
and then my
Checkmate.
king has nowhere to go, and this is a back row mate.
Yeah, I was getting ready to do this. And
Yes.
then that.
But this is just a form of a back row mate.
Yeah.
Another? Yes.
Alright. Wait, can I teach
Yes.
him a gambit or whatever?
Yes, you may teach him a gambit.
Alright.
By all means, teaching a gambit.
It's not really a gambit, but it's just a playstyle that is very bad and does not work a lot of the time.
Good.
But some people fall for it still somehow. So what I do, I go here.
Now go here.
And then I go here, I think. I don't really know how to do the gambit entirely. Oh, yeah. Here.
He's zeroing in on this pawn right here. So if I move here,
Checkmate.
game over. That's called fool's mate. If it's 15 or less, then that's called fool's mate. But when I see a king, queen, and a bishop targeting in on, I look for that pawn right there. Also, another thing is, if I'm castled, the pawn to be zeroed in on is right down here.
Yep.
I'm in trouble. So I either push this up. If I push that back,
And that's why
he can still somewhat come in here.
Yeah.
And such.
And that's why we were doing that.
If I do this, he takes here, eliminates the backup, and I can just take his queen. So yeah.
Also, one more. It's kind of a gambit. I don't know. It's like a strategy.
Okay.
And so it's this. I go here.
Okay, and I'm going to go here.
Alright, you see what I'm doing though?
No.
Alright, well that just destroyed the strategy.
Okay, well this is...
Well, that's just a bad strategy. Are you doing
No,
a
no,
private strategy?
No, this is
Are you just playing bad?
no. This is another opening that I've learned. Is that, to prevent things like this from happening, is I want to be opened up like that. And I castle. Things are protected here.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's yeah. I've seen that.
I didn't realize what you're doing. That I did one move. See, I did one move and it destroyed your.
Well, the
total.
thing is, then I'm just playing like normal then.
Yes.
If I can't do that, but wait, play like you would normally play.
Okay, then that's how sometimes I normally play like this.
Yeah, but play like center.
The queens. Okay.
Yeah. Or you don't have to. But yeah. Wait. So play this, and so usually that's what they will play. I play here. Most of the time, they go here because they're threatening the queen. They don't see this, so then I check. Then you play whatever you want.
I'd say let's exchange queens.
But that would be best for you. But most people would do their bishop because I'm up pawn and then they get scared and stuff. So yeah, that's normally what happens. Let's just say they did do that. So I'm here.
Okay, let's start over.
All right.
You start that. You start.
Let's say they do what people normally play and do whatever you want. Yep. That. Then yeah, people do that. So I check. They usually do the bishop, right?
Well, see, the thing is, I would always want to have that thing protected, so I would always go there. But I don't know why they do that. But that's
because they're attacking the queen, and
Okay,
they think
all right.
that's smart because
Okay.
that's how
Okay.
normally people.
Okay, all right.
People are. Just
Okay, so I'm here. So then what?
And then I believe I go I'm not sure, but somehow I get this rook. I can't remember because it's just a bad strategy. Because if they just do this, the entire strategy just folds and just yeah. I'm just teaching you basic strategies.
Well, the other thing is, I tried to get the bishops to attack when these bishops are out.
Mm-hmm.
2 key points to attack is this pawn and this pawn, especially in this formation here. No, not in that formation. But yeah, he comes in, and the rook is just helpless here.
Yeah.
You just hang in peace. So, but yeah, I mean, one of my openings that I do is this right here. So you go.
All right. I'm going to hair now. Hairy hair.
So I do this. Go.
Alright.
And then I do this. So I protect that rook right off the bat.
Actually, wait, do that. I didn't mean to play that. I would play here.
Okay.
That's why I would normally play when people
Let's start all over.
Why start over?
Okay, go. I'm going here. You go there. I'm here. And right now I am castling, protecting him. Move him out of the way. He's attacking, that's fine. Then I can open up with this. And allows me to have a free lane right here. Coming up. So yeah, I pinned that bishop. The bishop was pinned.
But yeah. Then I just castle.
If I open that up. How some people would do it, instead of there, if they go here, then I come in.
Yeah, I just don't like that.
I understand. So those are just some different things.
But yeah, I just don't like throwing my knight on random.
All right.
Yeah, it's just basically just hanging something usually.
Yes.
Online, and like switch it to like you're recording your screen.
Now I want to keep this video going. Not right now.
No, like you could record your computer screen.
Okay.
Do you want to? Please?
Not right now.
You see this thing?
Yes. Oh, they left. How much time have this gone on?
And then do you want to play?
Oh, good. We got 2 people. You play yourself real quick.
I'm gonna get something. Sorry. Yeah, I have a good idea for you. So, take a picture, like a screenshot or whatever, of a be right back thing, and then you can green screen it every time you were saying, like, be right back, you know?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
I should have done that before.
Alright. I'm going to start recording my chess matches. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes.
Post them?
Yes.
Should I just post them on your channel?
It's whatever you want to do.
I'm going to. Can I have your, like, account so I can do that?
No. Because
Like
it's tied to other things. So.
No, just log in on YouTube, I mean.
Okay. Yes.
So I can log into your account on YouTube on my computer.
Yes. Okay, let's play a game. White move. Oh, also, I forgot one of the basic rules. White moves first. Also, another way to determine who's got white and black, take pawns, put them behind your back, and then guess you're white.
Alright.
You move. We have 2 people watching. Thank you for watching. No, not a ding. I'm going to castle queenside this time. Or attempt to castle.
Did you, are you doing that because you saw what I was going to do?
No, I didn't.
You saw that. Get out of here.
I can't castle my queenside.
Why not? Oh. Yeah.
You took queen.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't, yeah. Oh yeah, my move. That's the one thing I love about that opening, is I can make it so that you're not able to castle. Me personally, I just love that, you know?
Okay.
Would you agree? Is that the good strategy?
That's fine.
Because you're trading queens, you have equal material,
Right.
but they can't castle.
Right.
So
Yes.
usually their position is
Yes.
just worse. So now I'm castle, you can't, and then you're on that square. That's just bad for you. Usually. Get out of here.
There.
There. Haha. And me personally, I would say my position. Would you agree that my position's way better?
Yes. But you do have an isolated pawn.
Well, I have two actually.
Yes.
Check. It's pretty good, I feel like, for me. And now, I just bulldoze a lot of your pieces are just getting bulldozed. See? I can see what you're doing, I think, but you just hung a pawn. Why were you gonna play there? Now I have a much better position. Sorry.
Check.
Wait, no, you're in check. Sorry. No, wait, you've been in check. Like here and here. I put you in check before you moved. No, you're in check.
Yes. But I did not put the rook here because you would take it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought that was your move.
Okay.
Check.
Me.
No? Wait.
I can't.
Wow! Totally skill. Totally not just luck me taking a pawn. Good game.
Yes. Good game.
That was really good for me.
Yes.
What did I do different? What did you play different?
What?
Were you doing different strategy?
I was trying to castle my queen side.
This is why you never castle queenside.
Okay.
It's just so much. Look at that. It's clearly because you were trying to castle.
Okay, castle queen side. Okay.
Clearly, it's just so much work.
Yeah, castling queen side. Checkmate.
Checkmate by a pawn and a rook, and two rooks. That's funny that I checkmated you with the pawn as well.
Was he busy when I'm down like here like this, and you're like that?
Mm-hmm.
I go down here.
Yeah, I forgot I put you in check at first, and I'm like, wait a minute,
Yes.
you're in check.
Yes.
That's the only reason I won the game.
Yes. Hi, little Roo. Hi, little Roo girl.
I got big water bottle. That was good though.
Yes.
You still had both your rooks though, which is pretty
Yes.
nice for you.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. I actually moved my king, so my king. Anyways, yeah, that was my king. That did not affect the game though.
Yes.
I don't think.
Right.
And this is what happens when you castle queenside. So lesson learned.
So that's my basic introductions to
chess. I'd say we're about equal in skill. Would you agree?
Yes.
So what's your
So
elo
thank you for coming into today's live stream about chess. And there we go.
Elo
500 and some.
Okay.
Yes, if you want to find me, I'm MLM Warrior 2025.
And I'm just MLM Warrior, if you want to find me. Which I don't know if you will.
Yes. So if you want to play either one of us, MLM Warrior or MLM Warrior 2025.
Elvis is sleeping.
So yes, please. If you have any chess questions, please leave them down below. We will try to get to them. But yes, so hopefully you learned about en passant and about castling, what each one of the names of the pieces are. So yes, we appreciate you coming in, tuning in. We have one viewer and one like. We really do appreciate that. So we have an hour video, so this is good. So yeah.